How many times have you heard someone say, or maybe said it yourself, when I retire, I'm moving to the beach? It's almost like a cultural script. Work hard, wait, and then live. The beach house, the Gulf Coast sunsets, the salt air, the flip-flops to the grocery store. People treat it like a reward you have to earn at the end of your life. But what if you didn't have to wait? What if the thing you think is impossible actually isn't? You're not promised tomorrow. The life you keep putting off, you can start living it right now. But most people don't, because there's always a reason the timing isn't right. There's always another milestone to hit first. There's always a better moment just around the corner. The problem is that timeline keeps moving, and life doesn't always wait for you to feel ready. I know that firsthand. After a terminal illness changed everything for us, my husband Phil and I stopped waiting. Today, I'm going to walk you through the people I see stuck in the someday loop and why most of the walls keeping them there aren't as solid as they think. Because the Gulf Coast life isn't a fantasy. It's a decision, and people make that decision every single day. Let's start with the group I hear from most, the people who have been saying, when I retire, I'm moving to the beach for 20 years. It's their screensaver, it's their vision board. They've been saying it for decades, but retirement feels like a finish line. And what if the Gulf Coast could be the starting line of the next chapter instead? Here's what happens. People put it off until they've earned it, until they've checked every box, until everything is perfect and the years pass and the dream stays a dream. But the people who actually made the move, almost every single one of them will tell you the same thing. They wish they had done it sooner. Not because it was perfect, but because it was worth it. You don't have to wait until everything lines up. You don't have to wait until you've checked every box. The life you're putting off, you can start living right now. Then there are the vacation property dreamers. The ones who have been renting the same condo every summer for 10 to 15 years. They already know which restaurants they love. They know the back roads. They know which beach access is least crowded on a Saturday morning. They basically already live here 2 weeks a year. And every single time they leave, they say, we really should buy something. So what is actually stopping them? Most of the time, it's not the money. It's not the market. It's an identity block. They've convinced themselves they're not the type of person who does something like that. But here's what I want you to know. The people who own property here are not different from you. They're not smarter. They're not luckier. They just made the decision to stop waiting. And once you own it, you stop throwing money away on rentals every summer. You start building equity. You start creating something your family comes back to year after year. You start living the life you've been paying to borrow. And then there's my favorite group, the people who aren't thinking about investment or retirement. They just want to live here. They feel it in their soul every single time they visit. Something shifts in them when they cross that bridge onto the island. They want to raise their kids here. They want to wake up near the water. They want the laid-back beach lifestyle where family time and outdoor activities are just endless. And for a lot of them, the move is more possible than they think. Baldwin County schools are excellent. The cost of living comparison to most major cities will genuinely surprise you, and the community piece is something nobody expects until they get here. People who move here are a certain kind of person. They took the chance. There's an unspoken kinship among people who chose this life on purpose. You make real friends faster than almost anywhere else, and it's based around fun times, laid-back times, the kind of easy that's hard to find anywhere else. If any of these sound like you, if you've been saying someday for years and you're finally ready to find out if it's actually possible, I want to help you do what we did. I work with people from all over the country: Kentucky, Louisiana, Texas, Nashville, Dallas. People who want to make this move but don't know where to start. You don't have to figure it all out before you make the call. That's literally what I'm here for. The link is in the description. Let's find out together if now is your time. So why do these people wait? Because there's always a reason. There's always another wall. Let me walk you through what I actually hear. I can't afford it. I don't know anyone there. What about my job? I'll do it when the kids are out of school. I'll wait until the market is better. What if I don't like it? I need to save more first. I wouldn't even know where to start. My family would think I'm crazy. And maybe the biggest invisible wall of all, I'm just not the type of person who does something like that. The identity block keeps people stuck than almost anything else. There's always a reason the timing isn't right. There's always another milestone to hit first. The problem is that timeline keeps moving and life doesn't always wait for you to feel ready. I know that, not as a theory, as something I lived. After years of fighting a terminal illness, years of being bedridden, years of uncertainty, years of questioning everything, my husband and I came out the other side and made a promise to ourselves. We stopped waiting, and it was in that shattered place that I encountered God in a deeper way than I ever had before. That's where something shifted, not just about real estate, about life and what it means to actually show up for the life you've been given. We found on the other side things we never expected: the salt air, the pace, the community. My blood work is better than it's been in 15 years. I've had counselors tell me that anxiety and depression are measurably different from one end of the state to the other. Something changes when you get here that I can't fully explain and didn't fully expect. My own theory is that you're surrounded by people who took the chance, who chose this life on purpose, who aren't stuck in the grind anymore. That energy is contagious in the best possible way. Stress doesn't pack the same punch when you can walk to the beach. Watching the sunset stops being a vacation highlight and it just becomes a regular evening. You're not promised tomorrow. None of us are. The illness, the loss, the sudden change of circumstances, it comes without warning. It does not care about your timeline or your 5-year plan. There are people who said someday and ran out of some days. You don't get to go back and unwait, but you do get to decide right now what you do with the time you have. The Gulf Coast will still be here. The question is whether you're going to keep waiting to be here too. Stop living the life you're tolerating and start living the life you've been dreaming about. It's not a fantasy. I can promise you that. People do it every day. Let me help you be one of them. Before you go, everything I just shared with you, the illness, the waiting, the decision to finally stop, that's the surface of a much deeper story. If you want to understand where that comes from, there's a video I made that goes all the way back to the beginning. It's called "I Was Waiting for the Perfect Time, Then I Almost Died." And if something in this video stirred something in you, if you felt that pull toward a life you've been putting off, that video is going to meet you right where you are. I'll link it right here. Go watch it and I'll see you there.